Hi everyone! So first and foremost, before I am going to start, I would like to introduce myself. I am Joker Maulana Mamantal, a BE Ed student at Sultan Kudarat Educational Institution. And also, I would like to introduce our instructor for this course, Ma'am Laarni Lane de Fonturom. So this video presentation serves as our requirements for our final examination in this semester. Okay, so firstly, this is composed of two sports, which is the individual sports and dual sports. In the individual sports, I have chosen the track and field. In the dual sports, I have chosen the table tennis. So in the content of this, we have what is track and field and table tennis? What are the brief history of track and field and table tennis? What are the facilities and equipment of playing track and field and table tennis? Two famous person in playing track and field and table tennis, and 10 terminologies in playing track and field and table tennis. So let's start with what is track and field. Track and field athletics is a sport which includes athletics contests established on the skills of running, jumping, and throwing. The name is derived from where the sport for the throwing and some of the jumping takes place, a running track and grass field events. So, ibig sabihin, napapaloob po dito sa track and field ang pagtakbo, paglukso, or paghagis ng isang atleta na dapat kung ginagawa ito ay nasa malaya at ligtas na lugar to avoid accident. Next, what is the brief history of track and field? In ancient history, track and field has been around since the start of the Olympics in ancient Greece in 776 before the Commonwealth. It was created alongside religious events and celebrations for the Greek gods, where men, no women were allowed, could show off their athletic abilities. So, ibig sabihin, nung ancient history ay ginagawa ang track and field kapag may mga religious events and celebration para sa Greek gods, na kung saan pa walang babae na pwedeng ipakita kung ano yung kakayahan nila pagdating sa track and field. Lalaki lang ang pwedeng magpakita ng kanilang capacity about sa track and field. In modern age, while track and field has a long story, it did not gain great popularity and take off until the 1860s. In 1866, England held its Spring Championship for the men amateurs. No financial compensation was provided to the winners, setting precedent for the modern-day Olympics and basis for the sport. So, nung araw ng modern day is hindi masyadong naging popular ang track and field hanggang 1960s. Pero nung dumating ang 1866 sa England ay biglang naging popular ang track and field na marami na yung taong naglalaro nito, but they did not provide financial compensation to the winners. Okay, so the next is what are the facilities of playing track and field? So firstly, we have the starting blocks. These serve as one of the most important pieces of equipment for track events. So, kung makikita nyo po yung sa taas, yan po yung sinasabing starting blocks. So, yan yung ginagamit ng mga players sa pagsimula ng kanilang laro. So, next is the hurdles. As a specific track event that combines the skill of running with the ability to jump over stationary objects. So, ang hurdles is yan yung sinasabing stationary object. So, yan yung gina-jump ng mga player habang sila ay nagatakbo ng mabilis. So, next is the discus. The discus event features the use of a round disc, challenging competitors to see who can throw the object the farthest. So, rounded disc. So, parang ganito po siya, na kung saan dito tinitignan ang mga players kung sino yung mabilis magtapon ng rounded disc na ito. Next, the javelin. It might seem just like a long stick with a pointy end, but track and field regulations specify that the javelin weight between 400 and 800 grams. So, ang javelin is, for example, ito siya. Kunwari, stick po ito siya. So, ito ay mahaba na kung saan yung point end niya is matulis. Sa regulations ng track and field, ito ay bigat or timbang na 400 to 800 grams. So next, it's the shoot put. The shoot put is an event that requires players to throw a large metal, the ball as far as possible down the field. So ang shot put po is ito yung ginagamit ng mga players para i-throw. So, ang halimbawa nito is, for example, ito. But, sa tunay po, ito po ay mabigat po siya. Napakabigat po ito siya na metal. So, ito yung ginagamit ng mga players na gina-throw nila habang sila ay naglalaro. So, next we have size and weight. The size and weight of the discus varies slightly for male and female competitors. So, in the men, a discus should be approximately 22 centimeters in diameter and the weight should 1.5 kilograms. For women, it should be 18 centimeters in diameter and weight is 1 kilogram. So, ang purpose lang ng size and weight sa paglaro is to be fair. For example, di ba, kapag naglalaro ka, dapat ang kalaban mo is kaedad mo rin, katimbang mo rin, okay? So, para hindi mag-conflict. So, next is the circle. A discus circle approximately 2 or 1 half meters in diameter should lie at the mouth of the discus cage. So, alam naman din natin yung circle, di ba? Sa paglalaro ng track and field, kailangan may circle or yung tinatawag na oblong. Kasi dyan ginaganap yung running, jumping, and throwing. Let us proceed to the two famous person in playing track and field. So number 1, we have Oscar Pistorius. Is a South American sprinter nicknamed the Blade Runner who endured the amputation of both legs as an infant but still became highly active in sports. Okay, so si Oscar po is such an inspiration to other people because his talent in running is undeniably and unbelievable. Because imagine, kahit na wala siyang paa is naging mahusay siya sa larangan ng atleta. Isa siya sa mga taong kinahahangaan pagdating sa running. And also, he proved that disabilities will never be an hindrance in achieving her career in dreams in life. So, dapat tularan itong si Oscar Pistorius. So, number 2 is Michael Anthony Powell. Si Michael Anthony Powell naman is siya yung player na pinakamagaling pagdating sa jumping. Because imagine, ang daming mga jumpers na title holder. Yung iba 5 years na silang title holder. Pero lahat ng yon ay natalo niya. Lahat ng taong yon ay naitaob niya. Kaya siya yung tinaguri ang lalaking pinaka magaling sa jumping when it comes to track and field. Okay, so now let's proceed to the 10 terminologies of track and field. So, hindi ko na po babasahin yung meaning niya. I'm gonna explain it na. So, number 1, we have anchor. So, ang anchor po is ito yung huling tao na tumatakbo kapag may relay. Okay, so next is the baton. So, ang baton is isa siyang tube or stick, for example, ito. Kapag may relay is iyan yung ginagamit para ipagpasahan. So, next is bell lock. Ang bell lap naman is siya yung nagsisilbing halimbawa nag-start na or tapos sa yung game at siya rin yung nagdidictate kung sino ba yung mga winners, kung sino ba yung mga runners. So next is we have bounding. So 'di ba sa bounding for example sa running, 'di ba? We have hurdles. So doon sila nag-jump. For example, 3 times doon sila nag-jump. So next we have break line. So break line, for example, may relay. So kapag may relay, so ang break line ay nasa start. So doon sila nag-umpisa. Doon nila gina-break yung competition. So the next is we have changeover. The changeover is, for example, nagkakaroon ng relay tapos may tube. So ang purpose ng changeover is kapag ako yung nauna, ay ipapasa ko yung baton doon sa ikalawa kong kasama sa relay. So the next is dumping. So ang kahalaga ng dumping na ito is kumbaga it can enhance and improve our performance pagdating sa athletics. So the next is the exchange zone. So alam naman natin yung exchange zone, di ba? So kapag may relay, kailangan magpalitan ng mga area, ng mga places. For example, kapag may relay, so dapat wag mong angkinin yung baton, dapat ipasa-pasa mo rin kasi yun yung purpose niya. So next is the false start. Ang false start naman is ito yung kapag nagsimula ka na mali na, that means you are disqualified. You can't able to join and restart again. So next is the field event. So ang field event naman is, alam naman natin ito na kapag throwing, may specific na area. Kapag jumping, may specific na area. Let's proceed to what is table tennis. Table tennis, also known as ping pong and wave-wop, is a sport in which 2 or 4 players hit a lightweight ball, also known as the ping pong ball, back and forth across the table using the small rackets. So, ang table tennis pala ay tinatawag na ping pong and wave-wop, na kung saan sa paglalaro ng table tennis is kailangan ng 2 or 4 na players to hit the lightweight ball. So, gumagamit po ito sila ng small rackets or paddle habang sila ay naglalaro ng table tennis. What is the brief history of table tennis? So, the table tennis game was invented in England in the early days of the 20th century and was originally called ping pong. So, naimbento pala ang table tennis sa bansang England noong 20th century at tinawag itong ping pong. The name table tennis was adopted in 1921 to 22 when the Old Ping Pong Association formed in the 1902 was revived. Okay, so na-adapt po nila ang table tennis noong 1921 to 22. What are the facilities and equipment of playing table tennis? So, number 1, we have ball. One of the most crucial table tennis equipment to play a ping pong table game is the ball. So, kung makikita niyo po sa picture, so yan po yung ball ng table tennis na kung saan very crucial yan siya or important sa paglalaro ng table tennis. Next, we have racket or paddle. Another vital table tennis equipment to play with is the racket or paddle. So, alaman din po natin yung racket or paddle. So, mahalaga yan siya sa paglalaro ng table tennis. Next is the table tennis table. The list of the basic types of the table tennis equipment would be incomplete without the table tennis. So, hindi makukumpleto ang paglalaro ng table tennis kung walang tinatawag na table. 4 is the net and post. Another essential type of the table tennis equipment is the net and post. So, as usual, mahalaga rin po yung net and post sa paglalaro ng table tennis. At 2 famous person in playing table tennis. So, number 1, we have Ma Long. Ma Long is a Chinese star table tennis player and was the captain of the Chinese team. People regard him to have the best forehand grip as well as a strong backhand. So, si Ma Long po is China star. So, kapag sinabing star, ibig sabihin magaling ito siya na player. So, sinabi rin dito na isa siyang captain team ng Thailand. Number 2 is Zoran Primora. This Croatian ping pong player is one of the best Europeans had to offer in the last 3 decades. So, si Zoran po is isa rin po siya sa pinakamagaling na player ng table tennis in the last 3 decades. So, ibig sabihin, almost 30 years na ito siya. Although he's never won any major competition, his highest ranking in the ITTF was number 2. The 10 terminologies in playing table tennis. Number 1, backhand, backspin, bat, blade, lock, chop, chopper, close, counter drive, and cross sport.